Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
1 2 1 2. I will turn you up a bit. Mic check. 1 2 1 2.
Hello, how's everybody doing? Thank you for tuning in to Averett Sports Network. My name's Chris Richmond. Alongside me is Shane Mitchell, and we will be broadcasting today's matchup at Daly Field when Averett Cougars take on the Ferrum Panthers.
Yeah, Chris, it's a great day out here for soccer. The weather's great. The teams look spry. I'm excited to see what the season has for the Cougars.
Yeah, I'm excited as well. Cougars are 0-1 right now after losing their opening season game to Randolph College in a hard-fought one. And Ferrum College is coming in 0-1 as well after losing a nail biter to Methodist University 0-1. So, you know, it's gonna be two teams fighting for their first season win today. So a team's going to leave the field today with a win. So it's going to be an exciting one here today.
Yeah, I'm expecting a pretty good game here between the Panthers and Cougars. Both teams hungry for a win. Cougars themselves had a no-biter against Randolph College the other night.
Mm-hmm.
And, again, both teams are hungry here for their first win of the season.
All right, and we're going to bring to you the starting lineups today. I'm going to go ahead and start with Ferrum College. First starter today is going to be number 2, Pedro Fonseca. He's going to be playing defense, a sophomore out of Portugal. Next starter is going to be number 6, David Miller, playing mid, senior out of Suffolk, Virginia. Next starter is going to be number 8, Jeffrey Calix, a midfielder, senior out of Woodbridge, Virginia. Next starter is going to be number 11, Clayton Sanchez, playing defense, a sophomore out of Norfolk, Virginia. Next starter is going to be 17, Callum Harris, playing defense, a freshman out of Savona, Italy. Next starter is going to be number 18, number 18, Nicholas Bertini. Baruti, sorry. Forward freshman out of Italy. Next starter is going to be number 23, Massimo Sorignaco. It's going to be a forward sophomore out of Scotland. Next starter is going to be number 25, Darren Douglas, a midfielder, senior out of Winchester, Virginia. Next starter is going to be number 27, Leo Galpin, playing defense, sophomore out of Oxford, England. Next starter is going to be number 33, Daniel Aguirre, playing defense, sophomore out of Guatemala City, Guatemala. And goalkeeping today is going to be number 98, William Winters, a junior out of Hampton, Virginia. Now I'm going to pass it along to Shane. He's going to read you the starters for Averett University.
For the Averett University Cougars, in goal we have sophomore from Greensboro, North Carolina, number 0, Tyler Yates. Next starter, we have Sebastian Videgard from Stanstorf, Sweden. He's a sophomore midfielder. In defense, we have Ezekiel Marquez, a senior from Uruguay, followed by Sebastian Weiden, a defenseman from Sweden. Number 19, Eric Blick, senior midfielder from Sweden. Yuk, he's a senior midfielder from Spain, then followed by number 24, Agustin Tinjaraba, a midfielder from Argentina. Number 25, a forward, senior, Johnny Kumander out of Sweden. Number 26, Rien Klaas, a sophomore midfielder out of Switzerland. Number 29, Anton Lindberg, freshman defenseman out of Sweden, followed by number 30, Oliver Kusholt, freshman defenseman from Denmark.
All right, and those are your starting lineups for today's matchup. Should be a good one here today. Like I said, both teams started out the season 0-1, so both teams going to be looking for a dub today, and it's going to be a hard-fought one. I know Averett in their last matchup looked very good defensively and looked very good on the offensive side as well. Just couldn't pull it together. You know, it was a rainy day as well, so, you know, it's very hard elements to play in on the first day, but they looked very well, and I'm excited to see what the Cougars have to, in store for their second game of the season.
For sure. Watching Averett play the other night was it was honestly very nice to see the comeback after that first slow half, losing 6 shots to 1 after the first half. They really came back strong with the pressure Randolph was applying, and it was great to see the comeback they had, even though they couldn't pull it out in the end.
I agree completely. And going back to Ferrum, they are coached by head coach by Matt Curitin. And then coaching the Cougars is going to be head coach Philip Wilson. So Shane, what's some things you're looking forward to seeing today in today's matchup?
I'm very excited to see how the sophomore Tyler Yates in goal comes back after his strong first start as an Averett Cougar. And I'm also excited to see how the forwards click together in the attacking part. Like I said, there was a slow first half to Averett's first game, so I really would like to see a strong pouring on in the first half. A lot of pressure.
And like I mentioned before, Averett looked very well defensively in their first game, the opening game of the season. And looking at Ferrum's game, only losing 0-1, I can pretty sure there was some good defense played in that game. So I'm looking forward to a very good defensive game today. I'm looking for a very back and forth game. A lot of momentum swings probably going to come from the game today. So I feel sure there's going to be a lot of entertaining plays made today as well. So I'm just looking forward to a great day of soccer. Like you said, the elements today is a perfect day, not too hot, not too cold, sun's out. So I'm looking forward to a great day of soccer.
Yeah, nothing like Averett's first game with all the rain and all the weather going on. This is going to be really well to watch from a fan standpoint. You don't have to worry about the other elements yourself.
Mm-hmm. It looks to be that they're going to start pregame, some pregame stuff right now. We'll be right back to you once the national anthem is played. All right, and the national anthem just finished, and we're going to bring you some players to watch. So, what's some players to watch here for the Averett Cougars?
For the Averett Cougars, definitely number 21, Uke, scoring a goal last game on a free kick. Amazing free kick from the 20 yards, if not out. And then also Eric Blick. He's a senior, a lot of experience under his belt. Again, I think a goal in the first game as well. He's another player for the Cougars to watch.
Definitely. And a couple players to watch for Ferrum. Keep an eye out for number 2, Pedro Fonseca. He's going to be a guy to get a lot of shots up, as well as 27, Leo Galpin. He's going to get some shots out as well. And be prepared to see some very good goal play by number 98, William Winters. Played all 90 minutes last game, had 6 saves, and only allowed 1 goal. So a good defensive game from him and another player to watch. So it looks to be that we're about to start this one up. Ferrum coming from the ODAC conference, and the Cougars actually finishing up their last year in the USAC conference, about to transition over to the ODAC. So like we mentioned last game with Randolph, Cougars getting a real kind of test of what they're going to see for the next years to come. Obviously trying to look to have a great year for their final year in the USAC, but they also kind of get to test the waters and see what they're going to see for the next years to come in the ODAC. So
exactly. After a tough last game for the Cougars last season, I'm sure they're very happy to be back on the field and try and win the championship in their last game in the USAC. And now that they're moving on to the ODAC, try and conquer that, because that's a whole different beast.
Definitely a filling out process for the Cougars going into this one. Starting off this one, Ferrum's going to take possession.
Cougars are applying great pressure right now on the Ferrum defense.
Looks that Cougars are going to be applying a lot of press so far in this one. Ferrum looks like they were just trying to kind of feel it out and get a feel for how the ball's going to play.
Little miscue there from the goalkeeper, cleared it out. Tough situation to be in right there in Yates' position, not being able to use your hands during that ball back to you from your teammate.
Yeah, not being able to use your hand and also be a one-on-one right there as well. You need to you have to try your best to get the ball out.
Shows a very experienced move from the goalie in only a second start.
And going back to Yates, talking about how he had his first start of the season, last game for the season opener, being a sophomore, played very well. Cougars ended up losing 2-3 in extra time, but looking at how Tyler Yates played in that game, one of the goals scored was off of a fantastic save that he had. Ball was just rebounded well, and right place, right time for Randolph College on that score. But, he played very well, had a lot of saves that game. And just being a sophomore, having a game like that, yes, you may have lost in your first game, but there was a lot of positives to take away from that game, and you build a lot of confidence going towards the rest of the season. So
exactly. After last season with Colton leaving, it's definitely big shoes to fill for the sophomore, but I feel like in that first game he showed that Averett's in good hands in a way.
Looks like Averett's going to have a free kick right here.
Ball in, cleared by the Ferrum Panthers.
Two solid header plays right there that get the ball up away from scoring position there, and Ferrum defense able to clear that. So well played. Looked like on that free kick, Averett was trying to get it up and get almost like a header cut type situation there, but Ferrum defended it well and was able to clear the ball.
Physical play from number 26, Rion Kloss.
So far, the first 5 minutes of play kind of feels like last game, kind of how that started off slow, kind of feeling out process. Last game we thought maybe it was because of rain, trying to feel out the ball, but I think that's kind of the game plan coming in, keep things slow, kind of get a feel for your opponent, and then come out towards the second half of the first half and try to apply the pressure and try to get some shots up.
For sure, both teams look like they seem to be trying to get on the attack very fast, trying to put pressure on the other opponent, try and make them make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice possession play here from the Cougars, looking to attack here on the Panthers. Oh,
good shot there.
Strike from number 26, Rion Kloss.
After that shot right there, that seemed to be like he felt good about that, and he was like, this is my spot. This is where I feel comfortable coming in with that right foot, and good strike there to attack early here for the Averett Cougars.
Very, very sure strike there from Kloss. I'm sure he shoots that in practice all the time.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure that's taken a little bit of pressure off the Cougars now being able to sit back and play their ball game.
And, I know they're feeling a whole lot better about the start of this game than they did the last one because, like we mentioned before, their last game started out very slow, and I don't think we've seen a score from the Cougars until the second half. So coming out and getting a score here in the first 5 minutes of play, has to be a big momentum thing for the Cougars to be able to start out this game and get a score here early.
Yeah, like you were saying, a slow start to the first game. This is kind of a quicker pace, stuff like that. I'm excited to see how the Panthers react to the situation they're in right now. Oh.
About had another close score right there. That was a good cross over there by number 15, Sebastian Wyden. And just a little bit too close to the goal there. Couldn't get the ball down by Luke Poe. So Cougars trying to go back-to-back there very quick, looking very aggressive. I know that was probably something that they talked about from the last game. They wanted to come out and get started early rather than the second half. So
I'm sure with Yuka there being a senior, being here for a couple of years, he felt very confident to take a shot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially we saw the outcome. He hit the crossbar.
Look for maybe a Hail Mary shot right there. Number 24, Augustine Jaraba, just putting all his eggs in the basket right there and took a swing for the fences. Looked from about like 30 yards out right there from that shot.
After watching Klaas's goal, I'm sure when the ball falls to your feet like that, he wants to do something like the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Panthers are controlling the ball, and they're attacking third right now, deflected by Averett.
Augustine Jaraba, only being a sophomore, played very well in the first game. He was passing the ball very well, defending very well. So he was getting it done on both ends. He looked very good in that first game. And I know it's very important for Coach Wilson to have these freshmen and sophomores stepping up like they are.
For sure.
Ferrum here with a free kick.
Deflected by Averett. Number 23 for Ferrum, looking to get past Tyler Yates. Saved by Yates.
I think that goes back to kind of the confidence that Tyler Yates has now, having that first game under his belt last game, being able to stretch the field like that. And, Tyler Yates being a 6'2" goalie has a lot of length as well. So he's very athletic and cover a lot of ground very quick. And he also has that frame to get a lot of his body in the way. So very good play right there to keep the ball out of scoring position.
Ball to number 30, Oliver Couchot, trying to control it, keep it in bounds. Ball out.
It's going to be back in Ferrum possession.
For a throw-in.
Another shot on goal. That was close. Just missed the upper right-hand corner of the goal. That was number 24, Augustine Jaraba again. Very aggressive so far in this one.
With the shots the Cougars have taken, I can understand the aggressiveness from them. Nothing really too far off. Everything maybe kind of putting more pressure on the Panthers' defense. So I'm excited, again, to see how they react again.
And going back to game one, both of the Cougar goals came off of a penalty kick and a free kick. So I know the Cougars were definitely frustrated out of all the shots they took in that game that none of them were falling in play. So I have to imagine that had something to do with how aggressive that they're coming out in the first half, especially seeing that first shot on goal go in. So.
Number 29, Anton Lindberg there with the foul. Free kick for Ferrum coming up.
Kicking the free kick for Ferrum is going to be number 8, Jeffrey Calix.
Calix whips a ball into the box, defended by Averett.
The pass attempt up didn't go exactly in the spot he wanted to. Ferrum defended it nicely, took possession back.
Ferrum now on the counterattack. Cleared out by number 21, Anton Lindberg.
Oh, miss header right there. Might be dangerous. Number 25, Johnny Kumander, trying to make something happen here for the Cougars after that miss header.
Number 15, Viden. Ooh, number 15, Viden just crossed the ball into the box. Ferrum's goalie, William Weathers, with the throw to midfield.
Good goalie play right there by Winters to play up on that cross and prevent any shot attempts from coming from the Averett Cougars.
Offside call against the Ferrum Panthers there. Controlling the ball well, the Panthers are in their own attacking half of the field, but not really able to get the ball into the box.
Cougars now taking more time with the ball, kind of taking the pace down a little bit after being so aggressive in the first half of the first half.
I agree with that completely, Chris. I think with the 1-goal lead, the Cougars don't really feel a need to be on the hunt anymore. They're playing more conservative soccer, as you will.
And this patience was something that we seen in the first game, all throughout the first half from the Cougars, just kind of filling it out. They were getting shots up, but most of the time trying to stay patient with the ball and hoping something opened up for them.
Back to that first game, it was hard for the Cougars to also play the patient game they wanted because Randolph's pressure was very well from their forwards. just making Averett kind of make mistakes in a way.
Another shot there. Played well by the goalie. Shot was a little bit too high. Looks to be that was number 19, Eric Blick. One of those Cougars to watch. A senior here for the Cougars. Has played a lot of games for the Cougars and put up a lot of numbers as well. He's one of those go-to guys that the Cougars put a lot of trust in to get the job done when it's needed. He was able to score off a penalty kick in that Randolph game, the first opening game of the season.
And then looking back on Blick's stats from last year, with 9 shots on goal and 3 goals, I'm sure that you can't complain about that kind of production from someone that's played the forward position.
Cougars spending a lot of time in the box so far in this one. Think they ended up rewarding that one to the Averett Cougars. A little bit of talk on who that was out. Looks like Ferrum believed that was out on the Cougars, but Cougars rewarded the ball there.
Playing it back in their own half, playing their patient game like they have been all this beginning part of the first half.
Pass up to number 19. Eric Blick was defended well by Ferrum. Cougars able to still take possession here, but that pass off target. So overall, defended well by Ferrum.
Great tackle by number 19 there, Eric Blick, to turn the ball over in the midfield.
The Cougars on the attack right here.
I think looking 24, Jaraba looking for Klaas there, couldn't find his target.
Looks to be like a little miscue right there. He was expecting him to be up a little further than what he was.
I'm not really sure what I saw there. I'm thinking maybe a handball from number 25 there on the Panthers.
Another miscue by the Cougars right there.
Taking the ball back in the midfield, the Cougars do from the Panthers. Chris, it seems like right when the Cougars seem to have those miscues, they find the ball back to their feet in an instant. Doesn't seem like Ferrum can really control it.
And so far, the Cougars are able to get in the box, but a lot of these passes are just not on target so far for the Cougars.
I'm sure in the second half, the Cougars are trying to clean up those passes and trying to create more chances for the attack.
A lot of pressure applied there by the Cougars defender.
A couple great tackles by senior Ezekiel Marquez. I think the ref had to talk to him a little bit, give him a little bit of a warning.
But it's kind of something that was rolling off of the season opener last night from the Cougars. Second half played very aggressive on both ends, got a lot of shots up, and was playing very aggressive on the defensive side as well. So definitely some energy probably rolling off from that game, trying to keep the momentum in their favor out after that first goal early in the first half.
Yeah, in that first game, one stat that stood out to me versus all the other ones was, although all the defense was great, the Cougars themselves had no bookings, no cards of any sorts, while the Randolph College, they had a yellow card for a player and their coach. So while the Cougars were playing great defense, they did so while not being fouled. While not fouling or getting cards for it.
And I agree with you. That's definitely a stat that is overlooked when you're playing this great defense and playing very aggressively. It tends to lead to some unintended fouls and bookings, but they were able to play efficient defense and be aggressive without leading to those fouls. So definitely well played defense by the Cougars, and kind of unfortunate how that game ended.
Cougars on the attack right here. That was number 24, Jaraba, the sophomore, with a shot wide right of the goal.
It almost looked like he was trying to pass that up to Johnny Kumander, but kind of met in the middle of Kumander and the goal there. So possession will go back to Ferrum.
Number 26 off, Rion Kloss for the Cougars. That's number 13, Ethan Smoke, freshman, getting his first couple minutes for the Averett Cougars.
That's something encouraging to see, though. The freshmen and sophomores able to get some minutes early in the season and able to play a lot of games here for the Cougars, especially in an ODAC matchup, which these freshmen and sophomores are going to see for the rest of their time here. The juniors and seniors kind of used to playing in the ODAC and kind of on their farewell from Averett. Finishing up in the USAC, but these freshmen and sophomores, they're gonna get to experience a little bit of how the ODAC is early in their career, so they're kind of ready for this transition into the ODAC.
You saying that, Chris, actually brought up a great player from the first game, Moises Garcia, the freshman. He played outstanding defense along with Oliver Crucial, both freshmen, both looking to make a big impact on the Cougars program in the next 4 years. And I think that first game showed a slight impact of what they could do in the next coming years.
Ferrum so far, after allowing that first score early in the half, starting to play very, very good defense so far in this one. Cougars haven't been able to put up as many shots as they did at the beginning of the half. So Ferrum definitely kind of keeping up that pressure.
For sure. Ferrum, beginning of the game to now, looks a lot cleaner of a team. Looks like they've settled in a little bit.
Only thing that I haven't seen too much of so far is a lot of action in the box, but I feel sure Ferrum's looking to kind of build off of that defensive play and able to trying to be able to convert that into offensive play and get more possessions in the box and lead to more shots on goal for the Panthers. Looks to have another corner kick here for the Panthers. It's going to be number 8, Jeffrey Calix.
Yeah, like you were saying, the Cougars are trying. I mean, not the Panthers are trying to change their defensive play into their offensive play, but also the Cougars' defense seems to be putting a stop to that.
And I believe the ref said that touched a Ferrum player last, so Cougars going to gain possession. We're going to have 2 subs right here.
Number 17 off for the Panthers. Number 7 on. Number 17, Callum Harris, coming off for Giovanni Garcia. And then also for the Panthers, number 25, Darren Douglas, coming off for number 32. Maybe not number 32. Number 32, John C. Madun Bao.
So we're going to have another sub come in for Averett this time. It's going to be good. It looks to be number 3, Moises Garcia, coming in for the Cougars. Shot up, went in. Kind of crazy shot right there. Almost looked like a pass maybe, but hit the back corner of the goal. That's going to be number 24, Augustine Jaraba. Talked a lot about him, all his impact in the first game, and showing up here for the Cougars to extend the lead to 2-0 here in this one. And
yeah, I'm sure through the first 30 minutes of the game, with all the shots he took, he's very happy to see actually one go in the back of the net, right over the head of number 98, William Winters, for Ferrum.
And after that score, we're going to have another freshman come in. That's going to be number 11, Ethan Sternberg, Like I said, another freshman forward coming in.
It's exciting to see these freshmen actually getting playing time, getting a little bit of a warm-up, what you would say, to the ODAC conference, as they're going to be trying to dominate that in the next coming years.
And also coming in for the Cougars, number 10, Patrick Miller. Another senior coming in on the field. So
there seems to be a player down for the Cougars. I think that's number 24, Jaraba. I think he collided knees with one of the Panthers. He's up and running. Let's see if he's okay. Long ball out to the right wing there for the Cougars. Number 8, Bradley Bazell.
Bazell was coming down fast down the backside. Looked like it was going to be a good good opportunity there for the Cougars on the attack. This ball didn't carry as much as he would have liked it to, and defended well by Ferrum. It's going to lead to another throw-in for the Cougars.
Coach Wilson for the Cougars, he loves to use Bazell on the wing. Even when he's playing a fullback position, he runs up and tries to create offense himself with, you saw there, his speed. Tries to create opportunities for the Cougars.
And, Bazell being one of those senior captains for the Cougars as well, bringing a lot of speed, as you could see on the backside. Not surprised that Coach Wilson likes to use him a lot in that in the way that he does. So, now a free kick here.
Number 21 for the Cougars, Uke. Into the box, right into the arms of number 98 for the Panthers, Winters. Good move by 19 there for the Panthers to clear some space, see the field better himself.
And, it's also fun to see on that last goal. Football was just getting out of their walkthrough practice, actually preparing for their game versus Ferrum this Saturday on the road. So it was fun to see, the football team get involved into it. The whole football team seen that goal and started yelling for the Cougars. That's something that our athletic director, Meg Stevens, likes to see here on campus, and something she preaches is that one team, one family kind of mentality. So that was kind of cool to see that the football team was there to witness that goal and was able to cheer on the Cougars there.
Yeah, I agree, Chris. Being on the baseball team here at Averett, we actually came to one of soccer scrimmages before the season started to support them and be there for them, because that's like the kind of culture we're trying to create here at Averett, that one-team dynamic.
And we're just under 10 minutes left to play. The Averett Cougars are up 2-0 over the Ferrum Panthers.
Very exciting game so far. Excited to see what the second half holds for the Panthers, as well as the Cougars.
Ferrum was on the attack, try to get a cross right there that was defended well by the Cougars. And like we mentioned before, there goes Bradley Bazell down the side.
Fresh legs, looking to create an impact for the Cougars.
And it looks like a possible offsides call there by on the Cougars. So ball's going to transition back to Ferrum.
Ball in the box by Ferrum. Tyler Yates comes and scoops that one up. Playing more of a fullback role this game, the freshman Moises Garcia in the first game was a central defender. I think it was a very good confidence boost for him to get that assist on that goal.
And that was a close call there for the Cougars on the attack. Had number 21, Yuk Po there on the aggressive. And ball just got away from him a little bit. Ferrum defender was able to clear it out of bounds. So looks to be another corner kick here for the Cougars. It's going to be number 3, Moises Garcia here to kick it off for the Cougars.
2 more subs on for Averett as well. Looks to be number 22, Elias Lehmann, the freshman from Germany. Again, another freshman getting a little bit of experience here in the against an ODAC opponent. As well as number 16, the senior Ty Mickelson, coming in here for the Cougars.
Ty Mickelson also being one of those guys that has put up a lot of minutes here for the Cougars. Has a lot of experience on his belt. So,
although not starting in this game, he's still a player to watch for the Cougars, especially with the fresh legs he has right now.
Cougars able to settle the ball down and keep possession of it right after that cross attempt was defended well by Ferrum.
With halftime approaching, I'm excited to see what both teams are going to do here to send the first half out.
Little contact right there. It's going to transition the ball into Ferrum's possession again. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time to make something happen and get a score here to end the half for Ferrum to feel a little bit comfortable going into the half, trying to cut down this lead that Averett has built so far.
As you say that, Ferrum's looking to make something happen. Ball goes out, though, so it's a Averett goal kick. Ferrum looking to apply a little bit of pressure here to the Averett defense. Looking to have something happen before the start of the second half.
And I'm excited to see how how Ferrum reacts after halftime, how they're going to come out in the second half. I'd imagine them to come out to be pretty aggressive here in the second half to try to cut down the lead that the Cougars have formed so far. Like we mentioned before, trying to turn that defense into offense. So I'm excited to see if they're going to go for a more full press kind of tempo, kind of lead to some miscues here and try to force the ball out of the Cougars' possession.
I agree. Those are definitely some conversations that will be taking place in the Ferrum locker room during halftime, looking how to be able to turn this defensive play into the offensive play.
So far, the Ferrum's defense has looked pretty good on their side of the field. I know they're kind of hoping to be able to get in the box a little bit more in the second half and have some goals to kind of reflect that defense that they're playing on their half of the field.
Yeah, as you were saying with the Panthers, I think getting that first shot under their belt, I think that'll help calm the nerves a lot and will help actually them on the offensive side of things.
That pass played well by Ferrum. And we're reaching a minute left to play, so.
It's a mad dash to see who can score a goal in these last couple minutes. Good clear out by number 5, Ezekiel Marquez there.
It's going to lead to a throw in here for Ferrum. 20 seconds left to go in this one.
Ball cleared out by Averett. Corralled by Ferrum. Deflected by Averett.
And this is going to take us into halftime. A little close there. Ferrum got close to an opportunity there for in the last few seconds to get a goal. Scrambling for the ball after a missed header attempt. So.
For sure. I think the Panthers are scratching closer and closer, looking for that goal to be able to take a little bit of pressure off their defense in this ball game.
And before we leave for halftime, what's a couple keys that you would say each team should take with them into the second half?
For the Panthers, I would say, honestly, like I said, getting that first shot under their belt, that's probably going to raise the confidence of not only the forwards but the whole team. Looking a little bit shaky on the ball. I think getting that first shot under their belt will really help them. And then with the Cougars, I would say the attack in the first half looked really well, and they started to change the pace of the play when they needed to. I think just keeping how they've been playing throughout the game is going to be their key to success here.
Well said, and we will be right back after this halftime here at Averett Sports Network. back to Averett Sports Network. We're just about to start the second half of play here as the Averett Cougars are leading the Ferrum Panthers 2-0.
Averett having a very similar lineup to what they left the field with in the first half.
What's a little recap from the first half for those just tuning in for the second half?
Well, I mean, the Cougars themselves, they're up 2-0 on goal differential, but it was a great game on both halves. The Panthers really seemed to calm down. They're looking to turn their defensive energy into the offensive energy.
And talking about the Cougars in the first half, you know, both of their scores came on shots on goal. First game, both their scores were from a penalty kick and I believe a free kick as well. So, you know, it was interesting to see them also get it done on the field without a free kick or a penalty kick. And one of those shots were kind of crazy by Jaraba there, number 24, kind of circus shot, kind of over all the defenders and stuff. Kind of looked like a pass, but hit the top right corner of the goal. So it was a very interesting first half, a lot of action in the first half, and, you know, I'm looking forward to what the second half has in store.
Yeah, Chris, as you were saying, Jaraba's goal, kind of a circus shot, not knowing if it was a difference between a pass or a shot. It was also very reminiscent of Yukapo's goal from the first game.
Mm-hmm.
Reminded me a lot of that.
Kind of how in that sense that it floated over.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
caught the top part of the goal right over the goalie.
Goalie a little bit confused, not really sure if I should go grab it or not.
Mm-hmm. You know, in the goalie's defense, there wasn't much he could do right there. Just kind of perfect place shot, you know, curved into the backside of the goal. So,
yeah, no fault of the goalie there. Just something you can't defend in this game. Good move from 16, Mickelson, clearing some space for his teammate Marquez there. Marquez looking for Mickelson on the back heel there, couldn't complete it. Good tackle from number 17 for the Cougars, Hayden Brown. Giving the ball back to the Cougars in their own half.
You know, something we talked about right before half, you know, I know Ferrum's really hoping to be able to kind of keep the tempo up for the momentum and kind of apply the pressure and put some pressure here on the Cougars. You know, you're starting to see the Cougars kind of, you know, slower pace towards the end of the first half, kind of getting a little bit comfortable and kind of just trying to milk the clock a little bit. But Ferrum could really capitalize if they apply the pressure here and convert some of their good defensive plays into shots on goals. So,
yeah, about Averett's little slow pace towards the end of the first half there. I'm sure the 2-goal lead there has given them this confidence to be able to sit back and have that kind of presence in the game where they don't really need to go look for those goals. They just need to focus on Ferrum's offense and make sure that's not happening.
shot on goal is just a little bit to the right. Defended by Ferrum. I believe it caught a defender on the way to the goal, and easy play up for the goalie to get up and snag the ball. So defensively so far in the second half, Ferrum's right where they want to be. They just need to start picking things up on the offensive side, getting in the box a little bit more and getting some more shots up on goal.
For sure, Chris. I don't think during any part of the second half, Ferrum has really controlled the ball in their attacking part of the field. That Averett midfield keeping strong. holding down the area for the Cougars.
Ferrum here kind of taking their time on their side of the field, trying to be patient for something to open up, it seems like.
Playing the ball to number 32 for Ferrum. Trying to find one of his forwards, I think a little bit off his target, fall into Averett's defense. Something I've really noticed about the freshman number 3 for Averett, Moises Garcia, he really loves to have the ball at his feet. He loves to make a defender miss and then get his teammates open. I think in the next couple of years, that kind of style of play from him will help the Cougars.
I agree. Played well right there by Ferrum. Cougars was kind of just passing it out, passing it around to try to see if something opened up and able to make a good play on ball, but Cougars able to take back possession here.
It almost seems this second half the Cougars are really just controlling the ball very well. When the ball's at their feet, they don't panic. They try and play a smart pass to their teammates. Nice change of pace from the beginning of the Randolph game the other night.
Cougars trying to go for the little touch pass, sorry. It came a little bit too hard off the foot.
Another long ball from Ferrum, corralled by sophomore goalkeeper Tyler Yates for the Cougars.
Ferrum so far in this one really trying to take their time.
Really playing a slow game, the Panthers are, and I think they're looking for the small opportunities that they're getting, even though this Cougar defense is prevailing.
A little stat update here for the ones who missed the first half. You have number 26, Rion Klaus, and you also have number 24, Augustine Jaraba, both splitting a goal apiece. So they both have a goal apiece and the 2 points that Averett has now.
Good move from 16, Mickelson there, trying to clear some space, trying to find his teammate. Good defense by the Panthers to stop that from happening. Chris, someone whose name we really haven't said much, I mean, in the latter half of the first half or the second half, is that of Yuke Poe. He hasn't really been on the field. I don't know if Coach Wilson doesn't feel the need to play him since there's such a big lead, him being one of the leaders on this Cougars team.
Yeah, and, someone who had a goal in the last game and has impact for the Cougars and the minutes that he's put up. It is kind of interesting that we haven't heard much from him, but we're also seeing a lot of freshmen come in and getting some experience as well. So it's very likely that Coach Wilson decided to pull him to get a little bit more unexperienced guys some time here in the game.
I agree 100% with that statement. Cougars almost created an opportunity there. Now Panthers on the counterattack. Ooh, good tackle by number 5, Marquez there, getting taken down by a Panther. Picking up the foul for himself and the team.
And like I mentioned before about the freshmen getting the playing time, it's very important here for Coach Wilson because, it's important to have a lot of depth for with people that have that game time reps and game time experience. You have 3 seniors. I believe he has 3 seniors who are hurt right now that are not able to play. So this depth that he has with freshmen able to go in when he needs them is something very important here for the Cougars. And
yeah, as you were saying that, I was actually just thinking about the playing time they're getting in a game like this against a non-conference opponent could always help them somewhere in the middle of the season. Say someone like a senior goes down and they don't have that experience, you can have a freshman that has a couple games under his belt to go out there and perform versus how someone would that is going out there for the first time.
Mm-hmm. It's also a good thing to have depth as well, especially having their season back to a normal season and, having a full season and having your season move back to that kind of end of summer, early fall kind of deals. Heat's not really a factor that's going to play in that much today. It feels pretty good outside, but there is some days where it is going to be hot. Sun's going to be hitting the turf, which is going to make it hot as well. So having that depth and having a first pair of legs come into the game is very important in that aspect too. You didn't really see that effect that much last spring. Weather kind of being around the 80s, upper 70s. So a COVID season. A short season and a COVID season as well. So definitely a factor that comes into play when you think about this season as well. So having those fresh legs and having those guys with experience is very important as well.
Also a thought about this year versus last year is these soccer players, and I mean that goes for all of Averett athletics, they haven't really received a full off season of what they're used to. They're used to playing in the fall, having their fall the next year they have to go practice and stuff like that, but instead they had their spring taken up by their season, so they only have maybe 2-3 months off to really relax and heal their bodies from the past season.
Playing football here for Averett, that's something that that I've experienced and something I've seen happen with my teammates as well. Just you're used to having that winter and that spring in the off season when you play a fall sport, but when you have that off season taken away from you, you're practicing in the fall, getting ready for the spring, and the springtime comes and you're practicing full go. You have your games coming up, and you only get that summer of not even relaxed. You're still doing summer workouts and stuff, but you got that kind of rehabilitation period that's only 2 or 3 months now. It's definitely something you have to deal with and take in consideration coming into the season. But I'm just so happy that we have a sense of normal coming back to the university with everything going on with the pandemics. And I'm happy that every sports team gets a chance to fulfill a whole season this year. So.
Yeah, I agree with that. Being a sophomore, getting to experience a little bit of what the athletics and dynamic is here at Averett, being able to see what it's like this year is actually giving me a nice experience for those freshmen who are being able to experience it normal from the beginning. Good move by number 3, Moises Garcia, there to clear space. Averett now on the attack against the Panthers.
Ooh, and then right there we're going to see a freshman come in and make a shot on the goal. He was able to use his speed to get a little bit out in front of the 2 defenders there. That's going to be number 31, Orion Mills, a freshman midfielder out of St. Thomas, the U.S. Virgin Islands. So very interesting to see a freshman get in and try to go for a shot that early, but nevertheless was a good looking shot, and his speed there on the edge was very impressive. So
definitely tough for him to come from that position when he's stumbling, trying to make a good shot on goal. Very impressive to see what he could put on it based on how his body was reacting to the defense from the Panthers.
27 minutes left to go in the second half.
It's been a very entertaining game from both halves.
Play on both sides looks pretty even so far in this second half. Both teams playing good defense, pretty much keeping the ball around midfield for the most part. So defensively looking very good on both sides, but if you're Ferrum, you definitely want to try to pick up that tempo on the offensive side as well. Averett pushing the attack now.
Number 31, Orion Mills, was on the ball there. Ferrum cleared it out for a corner kick.
Defended well by number 27, Leo Galpin.
Sub coming on for Averett. Also a player down for Ferrum.
Player down, but he's up now. He's kind of reaching for his head, but he's still jogging on his own power. Good, always a good sight to see when a player goes down on the turf, but able to get up and get right back to what he was doing. And you always love to see that sportsmanship. You've seen an Averett player come in and help him up, so you love seeing sportsmanship, especially in games like this. So.
That sub for Averett was number 9, Aiden Barber, coming on for the Cougars.
That was a good play by the goalie on the corner kick to come up and grab that ball.
Chris, honestly, Ferrum's goalie has been very impressive. The 2 goals that have been scored for the Cougars have been nothing that he can really control. Just honestly great shots by the Cougars and Kloss and Jaraba.
Yeah, definitely. Considering the pressure that I was about to talk about, the pressure that the Cougars had in the box as the Cougars have a little shot on the goal right there, but considering the pressure that we've had in the box so far in this one, the Ferrum's goalie's played very well, and he's still keeping his poise in the goal. He's not letting those first two goals really affect his confidence and affecting his play. So
Another sub on for Averett, number 30, the freshman Oliver Couchot, who honestly in the first game against Randolph College was very impressive, using his big stature and his presence on the field to honestly dominate the Wildcats of Randolph College. It was very impressive to see a freshman come out and display that kind of talent in his first game. Ferrum on the attack here, looking a little bit more controlled on the ball. Sophomore Tyler Yates scoops it up for the Cougars in goal. A little bit of a quiet game from him. Panthers haven't really been shooting much, so he hasn't really had an opportunity to show what he has in goal.
nice defensive play by Ferrum, and
Number 17 for Ferrum knew he was offsides there, didn't even want to challenge it.
that looked like it was about to be what we were talking about, coming into halftime and starting the second half, kind of that defensive play converting to offensive play and transitioning that aggressiveness of the defense to the offensive play. It looked like we were about to see that, but like you said, number 17 for Ferrum kind of knew he was offside, so he kind of let the ball roll out, not get the call. So kind of a missed opportunity there for the Panthers.
Definitely in this second half, though, the Panthers have been doing a lot better of a job of getting closer and closer to creating chances to score here. Ball in the box for the Cougars, number 16, Mickelson.
Looked like he went for a header there. Couldn't really get full contact on that header, so it's going to go out of bounds, and possession's going to go back to Ferrum. We have two more subs here for Ferrum.
Number 19 off for number 15, Andrew Porter.
And number 17 off, what looks like to be number 18. Yeah, number 18, Nicholas Baruti coming in. So it's two more subs for you in this game.
The coach for the Panthers, I'm sure, hoping those two pairs of fresh legs have an impact on this game here as we approach near the halfway mark of this second half at Daly Field. It's nice to see number 24, Austin Jaraba, coming back after he collided knees with a Panther in that first half, down for a little bit. It's nice to see him back in full health.
Another shot attempt there by the freshman, number 31, Orion Mills. Looks like he didn't really catch that one the way he wanted to. Try to chase the backside of the goal to kick across his body, but
good pressure and defense from 16, Ty Mickelson there, getting the ball in Averett's own attacking third. Ooh. A shot by Augustine Jaraba, deflected by the Panthers, out for an Averett corner kick.
Close call there. I believe a Ferrum defender kind of hit that one on the way in. Kind of made for a weird spot for the goalie there, but luckily it stayed. Luckily for Ferrum, it stayed wide. Now we have 2 more subs coming in.
That's number 2, Levi Partunen on for number 16, Ty Mickelson. As well as number 12, Daniel Matlock on the field now for the Cougars.
So far, Averett able to sub in a lot of guys. Getting a lot of guys' experience here in this one, which, like we mentioned before, is a good, important piece for the rest of your season. And it looks like in the distance that Averett has a goalie warming up, so we might see another. We might see a goalie change here soon for the Cougars.
Yeah, for the Cougars, if the change happens, that would be number 99, Caleb Carpenter, the goalkeeper out of Chesterfield, Virginia, coming in here for the sophomore Tyler Yates. Good job there by the Cougars, keeping the ball in, trying to make the Ferrum defense kick it out.
Kick there, ran into by a Ferrum defender.
Number 3, Moises Garcia, rapid down the middle of the field there for Averett.
Able to stay in. That was hustled down by number 2, Pedro Fonseca. Was able to chase that one down and keep it in for Ferrum, but Averett was able to take back possession here.
The ref playing a little bit of offense there for the Cougars, getting in the way between the attacker and defender there, giving the Cougars some space there to make a pass to his teammate. Also a sub we forgot to include is another freshman, number 18, Brock Manitai. He came on at some point in the second half.
You know, this is really interesting to see in the back corner. You know, we mentioned one of the goalies warming up. We might see a goalie change, but warming him up was a goalie from last year, Colton Dutches, senior goalie who graduated, played a lot of minutes here for the Cougars. And, you know, it's always a nice thing to see that transition from player to coach, and definitely something that he's looking forward to, being able to come back to his alma mater and be able to coach here for the Cougars.
Yeah, being a 3-year starter himself, I'm sure Colton Dutches has a lot of knowledge for the next stem of Cougar goalkeepers. As I was saying, that there was an attackee there from the Cougars that's out now for a corner kick. Number 2, Levi Partonen, just running through the defense.
Was rumbling and tumbling through everybody there, it looked like, through the defense, using his frame to able to weave through and get through pretty much anybody he needed to. Got a shot there on goal, but good play by the goalie. That was Levi Partunen, number 2.
I'm sure Coach Wilson doesn't mind having his big 6'3" stature in the box there for the corner kicks.
Good tackle there by number 18, Brock Manti there for the Cougars. Good defensive play kind of building up for what the Cougars had pretty much the whole game, playing very well defensively, and kind of keeping that same pressure from the first half and early in the second half here for the Cougars. And as I'm talking about that, the freshman again, number 31, Orion Mills, kicks an absolute laser and misses by about a foot on the top of the post.
Although being a freshman, he seems very experienced on the ball, feels very comfortable on the ball from what it looks like. Flashy player from what I've seen so far, and only these couple minutes he has under his belt as a Cougar. Very excited to see what kind of energy he brings to the field here in the next couple years.
Certainly. And pretty sure we had quite a few subs come in for the Cougars. Number 21, Yuk Po is back on for the Cougars. And it looks like a new face for the Cougars here tonight. It's number 14, Dylan Hoschek, coming in, a sophomore out of Apex, North Carolina.
I'll tell you what, Chris, these freshmen, they've really done nothing but impress me this game. Even though they don't have many minutes under their belt, they act like they've been here for 3 years.
Yeah, their ability so far to just come in and not be able to skip a beat with those older guys and the starters here is very impressive so far here for the Cougars. And, looking to the future, you got the move happening here in a year to the ODAC. This is kind of positive light looking here, having freshmen kind of gaining that experience. And as we mentioned before, talking about the goalie substitution for the Cougars, we just seen it. Number 0, Tyler Yates, the sophomore, is coming out, and coming in is number 99, Caleb Carpenter, the senior goalkeeper out of Chesterfield, Virginia. And, we mentioned the length and the capability of Tyler Yates at 6'2", but Caleb coming in with a 6'5" frame, adding a little bit more length at that goalie spot, and, able to come in for the last 12 minutes here.
And don't quote me on this, Chris, but I believe this is Carpenter's first minutes here as a Cougar in his sophomore year, and I'm sure he's very excited to have some experience under his belt, especially against a team that he will be playing against a lot in his next years here.
Good play by the goalkeeper there, able to just get up and jump up and get that ball. It looked like number 2, Levi Partunen, was coming to try to head that one in, but the goalkeeper denied that and jumped up and grabbed that ball. So
long ball from the goalkeeper for Ferrum falls to the Panthers' feet. Nice flick by number 5 for the Panthers.
Good footwork there.
Nathan Girardi. Partunen on the ball. He has all sorts of space. Crosses into Hoschek, who can't quite get high enough. Number 21, Uke, with the shot deflected by the Panthers. Panthers now on the counterattack. Number 8 for the Panthers, Jeffrey Calix down the wing with number 18, Brock Manti on his tail. Great tackle by Manti to keep that opportunity at bay.
It was looking very positive there for the Panthers as they were coming down the left side. A couple of good touches and good passes there, but that last one was just a little bit too short. Didn't get out in front of him enough, and Manti was able to come in and get the get the tackle there for the Cougars. And then we're going to see another goalkeeper substitution here, this time for Ferrum. Number 98, Winters, is coming out. And I believe that's going to be number 1, Daniel Golden, a goalkeeper junior out of Reston, Virginia, coming in. And also coming in for Ferrum, it looks like it's going to be number 4, Luis Marquez, junior out of Brazil. So a couple substitutions there for the Panthers. I know their coach is kind of looking at the same thing. You know, we have a lot of people coming in and gaining experience here in this one, and it's good for both sides knowing that now Ferrum and the Cougars are going to be in division, in conference rivals now. So
yeah, they're definitely both getting a good look at what each other has to offer in the next couple of years, especially with these freshmen having such a big impact on this game. Within the past 5 minutes, though, the Panthers have showed life on their offensive end that they haven't had all game here, capitalizing off of the Cougars' mistakes.
Quick shot here, denied by the goalkeeper, Caleb Carpenter. So, and yeah, like you mentioned, there is a little bit more life since for Ferrum here. You know, they're kind of keeping up the momentum. They're getting a couple shots here. And 8 minutes, you know, winding down, that's still plenty of enough time for them to stay aggressive. And the Cougars on the attack here.
Misplayed by number 4 there for Ferrum. Number 2, Levi Partunen, for a goal. A little bit of a miscue there by the Ferrum defense. Capitalizing off of it is number 2 for Averett.
Beautiful right there. Coming down the right side, you could start to hear the crowd and the team kind of get louder because they knew they had that one-on-one matchup that they needed down the side. And having a little replay here for you to kind of get another look at that goal in case you missed it, coming down the right side, and was able to squeeze it right between the goalie's legs. So able to pick up a nice little nutmeg right there and able to get the score there is number 2, Levi Partunen.
A very calm approach from the senior on that goal. Very nice to see that kind of presence from the knowledge he has being at this field, knowing how it plays off of the turf.
Good speed right there by number 5, Ezekiel Marquez, down the side to keep the ball away from the Ferrum defender. Looks to be that we're going to have a throw in by Ferrum.
The Ferrum player couldn't really control that ball well. That ball is out for an Averett throw in now. Ball down to number 21, Yuk Po. Kicked out by the Ferrum goalkeeper, Daniel Golden. Ooh, great tackle by number 5, Ezekiel Marquez, to hit the ball off the Ferrum Ferrum attacker, out for another Averett throw-in.
Good play over there by the Panther defender, able to use his body a little bit and knock the Averett Cougar out of position to gain that ball. But great defense by the Cougars to get the ball back.
Great run by number 30, Oliver Couchot there. coming up from his defensive spot to come and try and get the attack going.
And misplayed right there by the Cougars. Caught his back foot as he was turning, so he lost the ball there, but
Offsides there for number 9, Aiden Barber. Great.
Averett here with numbers.
Great turn there by Dylan Hoschek, number 14, trying to find a pass to Yuk Po. Offsides called by the linesman. Seems as though number 9, Aiden Barber, was down. Looked a little bit shaken up on his hand after that that attack he had there. Also at the same time, looks as if number 5, Emmanuel Marquez for Averett, had a cramp. Being subbed off for number 4, Sebastian Videgard.
So we had 2 subs here. Ezekiel Marquez coming off. He was cramping up. And number 9 on the other end, Aiden Barber, is getting looked at right now. So he was able to walk off on his own power, but is kind of sitting by the net. So 25, Johnny Kumander came back in for the Cougars.
With 4 minutes left in the game, I'm sure Coach Wilson doesn't like to see that injury from Barber, hoping he's okay and in full health. Ball in from the Ferrum Panthers. And looks as if the Ferrum attacker was trying to cross it in, only to be stopped by another Averett defender there.
Ferrum able to retain possession right there. Shot attempt was a little bit high and left.
No effort made by Carpenter there.
We're creeping up on 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in this one. Averett holding on still to that good defense that they've been playing the whole game today. So even with the amount of subs they made today, they're able to keep that pressure and not without skipping a beat. So
I'm sure from a coach's perspective, it's very nice knowing that you can put whatever people out, whatever lineup out you need to, whenever you want to, and being able to have a type of production offensively, not only offensively, but defensively as well. The freshmen in the back line have really made an impact on this game.
An absolute laser of a kick there by number 18, Nicholas Baruti for Ferrum. Missed a little bit high, ended up hitting the goalpost behind it. Hit with some force. Field goal post appears to still be shaking after that kick. An absolute laser, but missed a little bit high.
Ferrum showing life here in these last 3 minutes of this game.
Excellent play there by the goalie. I know if you're an Averett fan and you know who that is, Johnny Kumander, you were on the edge of your seats right there because you know that's what he likes, those one-on-one matchups. But goalkeeper able to stay calm there and was made a good play on the ball. So missed opportunity there for a fourth goal for Averett. $30 seconds left with this one. I imagine that this will probably, well, actually, no. Another shot attempt there, just quick one, saved again by the goalkeeper. Let's see if Ferrum will have a last chance effort here with 10 seconds left to go.
Good control there to bring the ball down from the goalie. Number 21, Yukpo, has the ball at his hand. Passes number 2, Levi Partonen, and again, another save by Daniel Golden for Ferrum.
And that's the end of your game. In this one, Averett Cougars wins over the Ferrum Panthers 3-0. Hard-fought game by both teams. Well-played game by both teams. And that's it for a Cougars win. This is Chris Richmond alongside me with Shane Mitchell. And this is Averett Sports Network signing off.